Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So I'm here with a kind of different video today, and this is how I bought a Google Pixel 3 XL, scratch and dent. I got it off of Woot, WOOT.com, and they had an advertisement I saw for, you could get a Pixel 3 XL, 64 gigabyte for $130, scratch and dent. So this is one of those things, sight unseen, a little bit of mystery involved, a little bit of suspicion, because who knows, I mean, when you see scratch and dent on something, it's not clearance, it's not refurbished, it's not going out of business sale. We're talking scratch and dent. And there are some scratches on here, not so many dents, thankfully. But I thought it would be an interesting idea because a lot of people like to save money. A lot of people like to buy stuff that's name brand, but maybe a little bit older, still supported, and don't want to spend $1,000, $800, $700, even $400 on a smartphone. So I thought it would be an interesting take on kind of a different offering when it comes to phones, and take a look again at the Pixel 3 XL in 2021 because it's been out for a few years now. But before we get into all this, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Let's take a look at this Road Rash Pixel 3 XL. Alright, here we are with the Pixel 3 XL in 2021. Scratches and dents included. So not a whole lot of dents in here. There are quite a few scratches. You can see here on the body, I did some up close and personal B-roll so you could see there's one main kind of gouge across the back, which is probably one of the worst. The back is actually in really good condition though. I was surprised by that. I took it out of the box. I'm like, hey, this isn't that bad. And then I rolled it over to the front. I'm like, whoa, this has seen better days. So basically, this phone kind of looks like it would like roller skating and went off and jumped off of a curb and then ate it like face first on the concrete. But I don't think that's that big of a deal. One, I paid 130 bucks for it, and if I got one of these and I paid like 4 or 5 or 600 bucks, I'd be like, nah, that ain't it, chief. This is absolutely unacceptable. But when you go into it eyes wide open, 130 bucks for a decently performing phone. I mean, it's got a Snapdragon 845, it's got 4 gigs of RAM, and I thought, what better way to test this out? Because like when this phone came out, I ridiculed it. I made fun of the fact that it only had 4 gigs of RAM. I thought it should have had at least 6 at the time. So to only have 4, I was curious how it would hold up several years later because they're only going to support it with software for 3 years. So would 4 gigs hold up 3 years? The answer is yes. It actually runs pretty well. Google did a good job there. But it's neat because it's got the little robot face on the front, the little happy face, or whatever you want to call it, with the dual selfie cameras there. But it was nice because it had a wide-angle selfie, then the ultra-wide-angle selfie, so you could get really good selfies. Of course, the primary camera, the wonderful Pixel camera, 12.2 megapixels, it turned out really well. It made some really good pictures, and I think that was one of the biggest selling points. Of course, the Pixel line came out of left field. Amazing cameras, a great, amazing computation photography. So the Pixel 2, and then the culmination in the 3, they did a lot of things right. And then you got the big notch on the front. It's like straight out of there. So 6.3 inch screen, 4 gigs of RAM, 64, 128 gigs of storage. Of course, there was no expandable storage, and stereo speakers, Bluetooth, USB-C charging, all that good stuff. I mean, it really is a very capable and good phone, and it's running Android 11 and even got just now, I mean, not just now, but I mean, it got the May security patch update. That's really, really good. I mean, you don't get that from a lot of manufacturers. The fact that this is still updated so well. Now, this is the last year it's going to get it. This was the 3. We've got the 4, the 5. So when the 6 comes out, that's probably going to be the last rodeo for this guy. But I think looking at this, with all the power, there's still the great ability to take pictures, and what you get for a phone, 3400 milliamp battery, I think it's still pretty decent, as long as it's held up well. I mean, if it got like really, really used and like ragged out bad, the battery is terrible, yeah, that's kind of a risk you have to take. So it's good they have a warranty with these in some cases. I mean, this one had like a 60-day warranty, 30-day warranty, something like that. So I could at least test it out. If it was terrible, I could always return it. But I was like, yeah, this is cool. I enjoyed the Pixel 3 XL. I didn't like the notch. I definitely made fun of that. But it's got an OLED screen, Quad HD Plus resolution. There were a lot of big upgrades here that I think were kind of overshadowed by this ridiculous notch on the front. And then some other things that people kind of got lost on, even myself included, with the 4 gigs of RAM, which actually held up pretty good. So I gotta say, even with all the scratches and all the different pits in the screen and everything that goes on with this phone for the scratch and dent that I paid 130 bucks for, I think I got a pretty good deal. It's a nice backup phone. It's a nice throwdown phone. It's a nice give it to the kids phone if they mess theirs up or lose it. I mean, for 130 bucks, it's really kind of hard to go wrong. There's not a lot out there that you can get under 200 bucks. It's really like just an amazing phone to begin with. So to be able to get something that, you know, just 2 or 3 years removed as a flagship phone, they still run really well. And that's one of the morals of the story here. You don't have to go out and buy the latest and greatest. You can get a phone that's a year or 2 years, or even some cases 3 years old, and it still performs really, really well, and it holds up well. I mean, this is, apparently it's a pretty durable phone. I mean, if you like snap it in half, or if you like run over it with your car, yeah, it's gonna be lights out, game over. But I mean, I'm really impressed with what I got this for. So if you want to go pick one up, find an A quality, a B quality from like a used one on eBay, or you find another scratch and dent opportunity, it may work out well for you. It may be a good alternative. It may be a good backup phone, or just if you got, you know, a relative that's looking to try out a smartphone but doesn't want to spend a ton of money and you don't want to get into a contract or an agreement, this is a good option. So I just thought this would be an interesting stroll. Take a look at this blast from the past after, you know, apparently got blasted and messed up. But seems to be okay. I've had no problems with it, and yeah, it's just been nice. I've missed this phone. It's been a long time since I've taken a look at it. So that's all I've got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.